All right, so back to our college football Tuesday toots. We've got Mike Gundy getting turfed. He says he wants to keep coaching. I don't know.
I don't know who would hire him.
Right, because of the whole NIL thing we were talking about. But I could see him being on like one of these college football pregame shows.
Well, someone said he should run for like Congress or Senate because he would.
Yeah, I could see that.
He could see that.
But he has hot takes.
You know, if I was I'm trying to like what level would I consider Mike Gundy? To me, like Mike Gundy just showed you that he, with decent resources, this is where this is going. So bringing him in to be an innovative guy that's going to seek for solutions in this new world that we're living in, that doesn't make any sense. And I don't know if a program, let's say Florida's job opened up or something like that, is that where you're going with this? You say, okay, well, we do have more resources, and Mike Gundy was very good at Oklahoma State.
Well, that is what his main gripe is.
Yes.
So if he goes to a place where that's not the gripe, maybe it's a good fit.
I guess there might be something like that. I don't know what that would do for a fan base. This is like when Les Miles said this, and it was like, hey, I'm not done at Orgeron. Well, you kind of ended up being done. I just don't know where that market is. Let's say like Bill Belichick's in the midst of flaming out right now in North Carolina. Like if you're North Carolina, do you go and give Mike Gundy a shot? Because that's the same situation from resources that Oklahoma State had.
Candidates to replace Gundy, people are saying Jeff Traylor, who is Texas San Antonio, G.J. Kinney, who is at Texas State, Eric Morris is the guy at North Texas. Yeah. We've talked about him before. Yeah. Will Stein's name is popping up, the Oregon offensive coordinator, and also Ben Arbuckle, the offensive coordinator at Oklahoma,
who was at Washington State.
One other interesting name is Zach Robinson. He played at Oklahoma State.
He's the quarterback there.
He played under Gundy, and he is the offensive coordinator of the Falcons right now. But
see, and this is in this world that we're living in right now. And I was Oklahoma State, and I had let's not say Oklahoma State because they just got rid of Gundy. Let's say I'm Virginia Tech, right? And my choice was Mike Gundy or Will Stein. It would take me 2 seconds to go say Will Stein. Like, I know what Mike Gundy is, okay? I do. And Mike Gundy is a really good coach. Mike Gundy is a Hall of Fame coach. But I just saw what happened at Oklahoma State, and I don't have a significantly better situation than what Oklahoma State had. So I'm going to go get the Kenny Dillingham guy. I am going to go get the guy that's young and that is going to want to work 22 hours a day, which I'm sure was Mike Gundy back in the day. And I want the guy that you said with Brett Bielema that's going to go form a relationship with a recruit's mom and dad. And they're to convince them that this is where I want to be. I'm going to go find that as opposed to going with, how old is Gundy? 58?
58.
No offense to 58. We talked to Dan Lanning, was it last week? Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. And I asked him about that. About it feels like the game is becoming a young man's game, that there's a lot of turnover. And he kind of alluded to that. And he said that back in the day, coaches used to make players adapt to them. But in this world we're living in, it's the other way around. And I'm not certain that after all these years of being a head coach, and by the way, Bill Belichick is experiencing this right now, you can't change your stripes. You're not going to convince me that Mike Gundy all of a sudden is going to change the way he operates. So I'm not trying to force that at a program. Go find me someone that knows how to exist in this world. Go find me Eric Morris, the guy at North Texas. Go find me Will Stein. Go find me that guy.
You guys want to, well, I don't think, in the interest of time, I don't think we should play the whole thing, but can we just, for a moment, say that Mike Gundy's rant?
It's one of the best of all time.
No, it's the best of all time. And I'm not kidding.
It's incredible.
Give me a better coach rant than that.
There isn't one.
There isn't one. It is the gold standard. Yes. And it's over time. I mean, it's very awkward at the time. Yeah. But over time, it has morphed into like this funny, it's like a funny bit. Even he's doing commercials about it. Yep. Like it's aged well, even though it was really weird at the time.
Well, the best part is about the rant, which you're right, it is the greatest rant of all time. He was angry at the reporter for reporting things that Mike Gundy was saying about his own players.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, he and his staff were, I think, trashing their quarterback. and she wrote the things that they were saying, and they're like, how could you write those things?
Hey, you attack me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
I'm 40.
Don't attack the kids.
Well, I was trying to attack you. I was using your words to say you're
So
being an ass
good,
to this
dude.
kid.
Do you have that in the system at all?
I do, but it's 3 minutes and 22 seconds long. Do you want it right now?
Not right. Not at this. We got a break right now.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should play that next.
It's okay.
Just
R.I.P. Mike Gundy.
Yeah.
Because he ain't coming back.
I don't think so. And it didn't end well, but it almost never ends well. And it shouldn't change the fact that Mike Gundy is a Hall of Fame football coach that was the greatest coach that university ever had.
And the hair.
And like you said,
the hair.
Yeah, he's shirtless all the time, and he had swagger, and he was the Midwest Steve Spurrier. And college football was better off when he was cooking there at Oklahoma State and Bedlam and all that. Mike Gundy was good for the game.
Yeah, he was, but let's also point out he was kind of a horrible dude too.
That was for the good of the game.
Am I wrong? Like he's the guy who defended freaking
he defended a lot of things.
Mixon.
Yeah. No, that was
Oklahoma.
That was Oklahoma.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was Oklahoma, not Oklahoma State.
No,
he exonerated.
He defended his running back, Ollie Gordon, who had a tequila bottle in his car, and he's like, well, who doesn't have a couple pops and drive home?
Right. I mean, in the OAN shirt and like...
he's an interesting dude.
Dude, no, he's not.
Mike Gundy loves himself.
But he's a hell of a football player.
The best joke I saw today was I really thought they'd let Mike Gundy leave on his OAN accord.
I see what you did there. I believe this is the greatest coach rant of all time, and there have been some great ones.
Oh, yeah.
But nothing beats this.
No. I mean, and it's endured now for... Yeah. It feels like it was just yesterday, but it was like 18 years ago.
Yes. Yeah, when he says, I'm a man, I'm 40, you're like, oh, what's he now, 50? No, he's 58. So here is a bit of the great Mike Gundy rant.
I'm going to talk about this article right here. If anybody hasn't read this article, I don't read it. This was brought to me by a mother of children. I think this is worth reading. Let me tell you why I want to talk about this article. 3/4 of this is inaccurate. It's fiction. And this article embarrasses me to be involved with athletics tremendously. And that article had to have been written by a person that doesn't have a child and has never had a child that's had their heart broken and come home upset and had to deal with the child when he is upset and kick a person when he's down. Here's all that kid did. He goes to class. He's respectful to the media. He's respectful to the public. And he's a good kid. And he's not a professional athlete. And he doesn't deserve to be kicked when he's down. If you have a child someday, you'll understand how it feels. But you obviously don't have a child. I do. If your child goes down the street and somebody makes fun of him because he dropped a pass in a pickup game, or says he's fat, and he comes home crying to his mom, you'd understand.
God.
You haven't had that. But someday you will. And when your child comes home, you'll understand. If you want to go after an athlete, one of my athletes, you go after one that doesn't do the right things. You don't downgrade him because he does everything right and may not play as well on Saturday. And you let us make that decision. That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage. Attacking an amateur athlete for doing everything right. And then you want to write articles about guys that don't do things right and downgrade them, the ones that do make plays. Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today? Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me or our coaches. Don't write about a kid that does everything right, that's heart's broken, and then say that the coaches said he was scared. That ain't true. And then to say that we made that decision because Donovan Woods, because he threatened to transfer, that's not true. So get your facts straight. And I hope someday you have a child and somebody downgrades them and belittles them, and you have to look them in the eye and say, you know what? It's okay. They're supposed to be mature adults, but they're really not. Who's the kid here? Who's the kid here? Are you kidding me? That's all I got to say. It makes me want to puke.
God. By the way, Jenny Carlson is her name.
Yeah.
She does have a daughter.
Oh.
So she now knows.
She knows
of what he speaks.
The best part too is the quarterback. It was like Bobby something or other, Bobby Reed. And like he even came out afterwards and said that he was upset at Gundy because he thought that the rant was like a show. Like him and Gundy,
the quarterback didn't like it, even though he was supposedly defending the quarterback.
Yeah, he had like a falling out because he knew that like some of the stuff that was in there was indeed true, and that Gundy had called him soft and had benched him, and had like been on his ass. I think they reconciled like after the fact. I read something a number of years ago that like it split their relationship, and then I think he hired him. Like he ended up working like as a quality control coach or something at Oklahoma State. But
Bobby Reed went on to say Gundy's rant, quote, basically ended my life.
God. And yes, Mike Gundy does have 3 children, as we all know: Gavin, Gunner, and Gage.
Gunner.
A mother of children, he said. To open it up.
I want to puke. I don't read this newspaper, but I'm gonna yell about it.
It's garbage.
Makes me want to puke.
Great rant.
Oh, it's an all-timer.